Radical.
As I record this, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Denver has won their first NBA championship ever. The first ever. And I've only really gotten to see the fourth quarter of this. I was working. Shame I missed the whole thing, but props go out to the Miami Heat. They played them really close, especially towards the end. They didn't go out like punks. You know, they could have just laid down, but they did not. Very competitive game, especially towards the end. Lowry had a great play. Like I said, I wish I could have, watched the whole game and tell you a lot of the stats and whatnot. I know Jokic had 28 points, I believe. He was 12 for 16 from the field. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope had a clutch steal and hit 2 clutch 3 throws near the end of the game. So, I see everyone's hugging each other right there. I see Jimmy Butler. I see everybody there. Jimmy Butler, speaking of him, there was one call in this game. And if the Heat would have won this by a couple points, it might go down in history as one of the worst calls ever. And the referees sometimes miss things. I thought the reason you had a challenge and was able to challenge a call was so the refs could actually look something over. So if they got something wrong in the heat of the moment, they could actually correct it on the floor. My jaw dropped. I was stunned when I saw Jimmy Butler get a foul call in the corner on a 3 where 2 people, Aaron Gordon was one of them, I forget who the other person was, literally didn't lay a finger on this man. They were just holding their arms up in the air. They weren't even jumping. They were holding their arms up in the air. And Jimmy Butler actually wound up kicking one of the guys in the crotch. I mean, look at it. If you find it somewhere, look it up. He went back and actually kicked someone else in the crotch, made it seem like he got fouled. He's doing it. He knew what he was doing, right? But I just could not believe. I could not believe the refs had time to look at it. And then they said, yep, our call's going to stand. Like every one of them is fucking blind. I think a situation where the refs just said, we don't like that you challenged us. We don't like to be challenged on the court. Yeah, I wish I had more for you. I wish I could go into the stats at the moment. But I just want to give a quick congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, this is their first ever championship, first championship for Nikola Jokic and Murray. Now, one thing a lot of people will be talking about is the possibility that we could be looking at the start of another dynasty. I mean, a lot of people are, going to say, it's just the Denver Nuggets. Maybe they got lucky this year. Listen, Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA right now. And there is no one really that compares to Nikola Jokic right now. And I'm seeing his wife right now. Woo, she's a hottie. So imagine winning the NBA championship, then going back home to a woman that looks like that. I'm sure he's on top of the world. But, that 2-man game of Murray and Jokic, that's not going anywhere, man. And they got some solid role players. They got Bruce Brown. They got good coaching. They're big on the fundamentals. And, I mean, you're looking at the West, the Lakers are getting older. Anthony Davis, sure, he was great defensively, but, if people bring up the Lakers as a possible championship contender next year, this team swept those Lakers. They swept LeBron. Not the easiest thing in the world to do is to sweep LeBron. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. This team did it. Okay, they made it look easy versus the Lakers. So you look at the other teams, the Grizzlies, we don't know what's going to happen with Ja. I mean, if he keeps exposing his guns on the Instagram videos or whatnot, will he even be in the NBA? Are they going to kick him out of the NBA? Not saying there's not a lot of competition in the West and the East, but this team clearly in several respects, is head and shoulders above all the other teams in the NBA.